What's up, y'all? Welcome to the After Zarty podcast. We back in this Thursday night at 8 p.m. And I'm so happy y'all let me back into your house like all the time. But you already know the vibe, y'all. We switched up the feng shui. We doing some bigger things, doing some nicer things. Now I'm back out of my head. And the interview that we got today, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's supposed to be in past due. And I got some like due diligence to do with this interview and stuff like that. Cause he actually texted me like right before I went downstairs and I like went through our thread real quick. And I remember like where my mind was at the time we were supposed to do our interview. So like I kind of want to dive into that because that kind of was like already what I was gonna touch on with him a little bit, just like all this. So y'all, I really don't collab with people a lot of times or like interview other people that do podcasts because it's not that many in Houston. But he was in Houston, he doing his big one. He turned up in Houston. He might get stuck in Houston because Houston outside life is a lot. But y'all already know him. Y'all finna meet him. He finna pop his shit. So let them know who you is. You at the After Zarty, man.
Man, what's up, man? Mr. J Hill, podcaster, father, friend, brother. Man, I do a lot. I am mostly what you don't see on camera. You get what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times we get lost in our work as our identity, and I try my best not to get lost in work as who I am. So like I am way more than what you see on camera. You feel me?
I love that.
But that's a little bit about me. You feel me? But most people know me from my podcast, J Hill Podcast. I do a lot of interviews. But I mean, I'm here.
Hey, shut up. So y'all, it's Sunday, liquor store be closed. We at the bottom and shit like that, but the liquor store was closed. I don't record on Sundays, y'all. And I was like, I was like, hey, we gotta get it in because it's been past due. And give your flowers. When I first started my podcast, it was just you and Mona, the only two people that like. I don't like podcasts personally, but like y'all two people, I was like, all right, like yeah, like I could do this, like this shit live. So I want to give your flowers on that. You doing your big one, you motivate me. A lot of people don't motivate me.
Thank you,
so,
bro.
Yeah, definitely have to lock in with you. I basically like have multiple topics and shit like that I want to go into, but the first one I really want to dive into is like, well, my question is, have you ever felt out of love with doing this?
Felt out of love with doing this?
Yeah. Or any passion that you have.
Yeah. No, we can stick to this. I think, that's such a tricky question to answer because falling out of love, I'm going to say no. So at first I was going to say yeah, I'm going to say no. I feel like love is like a fleeting feeling, right? And I think like, with all due respect, we early, but I feel like that's something that women do a lot. Like fall in and out of love. Like, so, and not no disrespect or whatever, but like I don't allow my emotions to get the best of me for the most part. Sometimes they do. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, when it comes to my work, it's times where I don't like it. It's times where I get frustrated. But to say I fell out of love with it, nah, because I feel like that's a space mentally where you allow yourself to let go. So I never allow myself to let go, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, it gets frustrating. Sometimes I don't like it. But to say I fell out of love with it, nah, because I probably wouldn't. I would have stopped.
Okay, so then do you ever have moments where you feel discouraged with it?
Hell yeah.
Okay, I think that's a better word then. So how do you deal with like when you get discouraged with this? Like, or just, I don't want to keep saying this, like just anytime you get discouraged.
Nah, bro, I mean, but we talking about this, so it's cool. Like when it comes to this, podcasting in general, I feel like consistency, and it's going to sound cliche,
Nah,
but
sure
like they say consistency is key. So if consistency is key, then I use it to every door I need to be open. And what that means is like, if discouragement is the door that needs to be open, I use the key of consistency to get my way through it, right? So like, and this is my first time ever even thinking of it like this, like literally my first time even saying this, but like in moments of discouragement, and I feel like I just don't want to do it no more, it ain't working for me, I continue to work because through the work, you get little wins, right? So like, let's say it's a time where I just don't want to do it. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. I'm going to keep doing it. And then the next thing you know, I get a video that do 100,000 views, right? Now that video that did 100,000 views gives me a little bit more motivation to keep going, right? But if you stop, then you will never be on the other side of that door of discouragement to see something to motivate you. You feel me? So like, there's been times where like I've been discouraged 100%, bro. But then something will happen, I'll get a viral moment, and I get motivated again. And I know they say like you shouldn't allow, like they say you live by the praise, you'll die by the booze, right? You shouldn't allow this to motivate you, but we human. So I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like it is what it is. Like we work.
Facts.
We want to be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor. So like, yeah, we want to see numbers, we want to see money, we want to see all, like, we want to see bigger yes. So I ain't trying to hear that. I get it, but no, I'm not just doing this just to do it. Like,
Facts.
Like it's cool, but no, I want to see growth in anything, podcasting, life, fatherhood, whatever. So like, yeah, man, when I get discouraged, to answer your question directly, I get more consistent because through my consistency, I find something to to motivate me again.
Okay, I appreciate that. So I recently feel like I don't want to say I fell out of love with it because I feel like I like your answer. I didn't fall out of love with the podcast. I feel like I kept saying it. So I should like hearing your answers like, nah, that's not what happened. Because I know I want to do this. I know I wanted to do this. I know I still want to do this. Right. I feel like I fell off being consistent, but my reasoning was some dumb. Like my dumb ended up fucking with somebody, and that shit had me like off my rocker. Like that shit had me like distracted like a motherfucker. First time I ever fuck somebody for real. So I feel like how you be recovering from like moments of like anything like where you feel like you gotta like bounce back or shake off like some because I feel like right now I'm in my shake off period where it's like and like you said like it'll be moments where I was getting discouraged and like I came back I was like I'm gonna be consistent. First 2 weeks I was consistent again. It was like all right it's like not really doing how I used to do. I was getting discouraged even more and then like the third week it was like oh like
Yeah.
everything when I tell you everything that I had legit like quote unquote lost as far as like analytics and instantly came back.
Yeah.
So I just feel like right now it's like I'm trying to keep going, but it's like I be feeling like they be like little like lines of coke you be doing, like little shit like just like, oh yeah, we up right now, and then like next week be like, like
Yeah.
so how you just kinda like deal with that when you kinda shake back?
Nah, bro, that shit is hard though. Like I don't even want you to get up here and think it's twisted. Like it's that's going on in my life right now, like real
Yeah,
life for me. And like you dealing with somebody, like that's a big thing, especially if you never really dealt with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the best thing I can say towards that is just really embracing that. You know what I'm saying? Like really just understanding that this is what it is. But I think they said what the best revenge is getting your paper, right? But like, nah, we know the best revenge is success. Right. So like when you going through that, like especially as men, like we work through it. And I mean, sometimes people can look at it. I know a therapist will get up here like, no, you need to really
nah, right?
understand.
Like
Yeah,
Jesus.
but I get it. Cool. We can talk about that, but I still got to get to this work. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing that's going to get you over it. And I'm just being real with you. Like when you, again, seeing yourself complete different tasks, seeing yourself
facts.
continue to be successful, seeing yourself level up, it's like, yeah, it's a sense of like entitlement to yourself. Like, yeah, man, like I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need nobody. Like you probably know that. But again, we human, right? No matter your preference, no matter what, bro. Like at the end of the day, we still human, right? So you a man, I'm a man. So like we think similar ways. We might have some different parts about us, but at the end of the day, at the core, we probably the same. We probably more similar than we are different, right?
Nah,
I
facts.
say all that to say, you want to feel good about who you are, and sometimes when you do work and the positive that come from it helps you feel good about who you are, right? It just is what it is. So like when we go through things, man, again, when I just fall back into my work, I do more. And then I see myself transform. Like, for example, I've been going through, and it's probably my first time like talking about this publicly, right? I've been going through situation with my situation, right?
Mhm.
And I started running more, right? So now I see my body transform. I get to working more. So instead of probably recording twice a week because, you know, I got constraints, now I can work 4 or 5 times a week. I'm getting back in my bag. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm starting to see the work pay off. You feel me? I'm starting to see my body change. I'm starting to see my mental change. I'm starting to see my eating habits change, and it all makes for a better me.
Yeah.
When it was a time where I probably got lost in another person. Not saying that I'm not saying that that's okay or not, right? Because sometimes you get with a person and whatever. But when I was able to bounce back and find myself, that was a different type of love. You get what I'm trying to say? So like, yeah, like it hurt for sure. Like, don't get it messed up. Like, and I ain't about to say like, yo, like, man, that person or whatever. But like, nah, I mean, understand that, yeah, man, like that was a real thing. I had love for you. But at the same time, I got more love for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't never let that knock you off your pivot. So like, yeah, you might not have fell out of love with it, but you probably just got tired. You had a lot of shit on your mental. Like, it's a lot, bro. Like, I get it. So like, don't ever, and that's something that you, but again, like, I'm not to wrap you up, but like, your peers, right? Like having like a friend group. Like that's why I said, I am everything you don't see on camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's people that got my back that you probably never would see on camera, right? Like that's what makes me who I am. Like the people that I can go to and talk to and they know that I'm the same, or like I got the good heart. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew me since I was young. Like that's what makes me, like, not these views and comments and likes. Yeah, it helps motivate me in times, but like that's not what make me. You get what I'm saying? So like tapping back in with your friends, you feel me? Like the ones that you was rocking with before this podcast shit, before you start going crazy, you going viral and shit like that. shit, even if they gotta just come in the studio while you record. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might not have to get on camera, just come and just support you. Like, all that shit helps, bro. All that shit helps.
Yeah, I actually really like, that's crazy. So I recently, I feel like when everything started kind of like going shaky, when I started doing some dumb shit with the person, like, I feel like I stopped showing up for like my real friends. I stopped showing up for like shit, family, everything. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like I said, it's my first time. I feel like that's a lot of shit I figured I gotta work on with myself. Where like, I not know that bitch, I'll get lost in somebody like a motherfucker. And like, I realized I didn't show up for people. So you saying like connect with like the old, like your friends from like that know you for real. I recently did that and I ain't gonna lie, it feel good. It was like, I ain't gonna lie, some real niggas shit. I got one pound of niggas like we yin and yang, right? Bro pulled up the other day, like when I was finishing up, we was finna go out. I was too like tired to go out, so I was just like, hey bro, I'm just gonna catch up another time. But it was like real nigga shit. It was like, bro, I really want to tell bro, like, bro, I really need a hug right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, cause even just seeing bro was kind of like, bro was a nigga that helped me move all my shit when I first got this house. So it's like, damn, I cut you off and it's just like, cause I was on some dumb shit. So like, how do you deal when you feel like you got like friends who, you know, like, I wouldn't say I got guilt, but it's like, I know you probably got like, you know, I know y'all observed that I was a shitty person type shit, but it's like, I don't want to say it was because of that, because it was because of that, but like, as a man, I don't want to say, oh, it's because of this. Like, it's like, oh, so shit. Like, I want to be able to like come back and like, hey, we may not be the same, but like, hey, like, I apologize, I want to keep moving. But like, some people be having like, you know, like, look, like.
I mean, yeah, you can't, like, you really can't control how other people feel. As a man, all we can do is just do the right thing, right? And I don't know what type of level of the person, but I feel like real friends understand when you got somebody. Like, if you got if you got a man, you got a woman, and like you dealing with them, like, yo, our time ain't gonna be the same.
Yeah.
You in a relationship. Like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like real friends understand that. They might not like it, but at the end of the day, I understand it. You get what I'm saying? So like, that's one. But two, if it was like, I don't know, just let's say anything outside of that, right? And it was like you were like just being a fucked up friend. You got to be able to accept the role you played in it and whatever the decision that your friend want to make.
Yeah,
and that's hard. But at the same time, like, I'm still going to do the right thing. Apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you can forgive me. But at the end of the day, as men, we got to be accountable for our actions. So like, whatever decision they decide to partake in or do from the actions that we put out in the world, we got to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard, but like, I feel like real friends, I think, and I just talked about this not too long ago, like, as men, I think that's one of the best connections men can have. The fact that we can mess up, right? And we can apologize and shake hands. Me personally, I think that's probably the best character trait that a man can have. Like, we can have our disagreement. We could come to a fight, whatever the case may be, right? But then we could be like, you know what, bro? I apologize. Or I can express myself to you and say, yo, I didn't like when you did that. And you could be like, you know what, bro? I ain't mean that. I was off. I messed up. I apologize. I feel like that's one of the best character traits. And not just a man, but like a person. But I say specifically a man because we get in our ego, we get aggressive. And if you could come to a man and be like, yo, I ain't like that. And he'd be like, you know what, bro? I ain't even mean it like that. I apologize. That's dope.
Nah, for sure. All right. So then when we spend things like, when you talk about like society and like what we do, right? I feel like there are trends in I wouldn't say our community, just in like the media and shit like that, where I feel like phases come and go. There's some people I feel like currently is just like, I don't feel like people, do you feel like everyone maximizes their fame or popularity, whatever you want to call it? Like, I feel like there's some people who just like don't do the right things they need to do to like establish themselves in like the media. Like, for example, I can't even think of them. Like people who you probably thought was like, oh, like this, that year, and then like 2 years later, it's like, where are they? Like, how do you establish yourself to make sure like you're not like one of those people? And then what do you have to like say to people who may just be fresh into this? Not even just this, like anything. It could be a hairstylist. Fresh into anything that's kind of like, yeah, like right now at this moment, like you might be at your peak, but how do you establish like longevity in what you're doing? So like, what's your method, I guess?
Man, it's gonna sound like a broken record, bro, but like really consistency. Like you got peaks and valleys, you got like ebbs and flows. You feel me? So it's like you're not gonna be on top every single time. But the crazy thing about this, bro, that I'm learning is people really don't see your L's as long as you keep going. Because like, bro, I probably got 1,200 videos on my YouTube. If you want to be real, we had to break it down. Probably 20 of those videos got like, I don't know, over 100,000 views, and some got 1 million. You get what I'm saying? But so if you want to be technical, I put in way more work than I got viral things. But a lot of people know me for the viral content. Why? Because it continues to happen. It's consistent. right? So like if you can be consistently good and consistently level up, I don't want to just say be consistent, right? Let's not even do that. Because you got to be consistently good. Like you could be consistently bullshit. Anybody watching. It is what it is. So if you could just be consistently getting better day after day after day, you're never going to fall off. Because at the end of the day, like, I think I seen somebody say this not too long ago, and I was like, that was probably one of the best compliments I could have. They was like, yo, Jay Hill is probably one of the most consistent podcasters ever. Like, because like, I just don't stop. It don't matter. I might have a T.I. one day, and I might have a Joe Smo from West Baltimore the other day, but I ain't going to stop. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I think you really power through that by being consistent. That's how you don't fall off. You get that title fall off when I'm going to take a step back real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't come back the same way you came in. You know what I'm saying? Like when you left. So it's like, just don't stop. Like that's really how you beat that fall off monster. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, facts. One thing I always want to count for myself is like, I know when I had like my little period, I would keep stopping. I'm like, oh yeah, I do hella episodes. I don't even know how many episodes I got where I'm like, yeah, I'm back, y'all. And I go ghost again 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So I feel like my thing was I always account. I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, I be feeling like God done gave me so many chances where it's like, yeah, like, cause I know, like you said, like people can't keep doing that. Like I'm back and go MIA. After a while, it's kind of like, no, like.
You know what you could do though? That'll help, bro. Like if you feel like, cause you never see it coming, but I don't know if you bulk record a lot.
I just started again.
Yeah. Just do some bulk recording. Make like, yo, this week or this month, I'm gonna try to get, like this week I might try to get 10 episodes in, right? So just in case you ever fall into that, like, that mode, cause we human, at least like the people won't know that you fell back.
Nah, facts.
Because you could just get those episodes scheduled and posted. But they don't know you now the whole time you saved yourself 3 weeks. You ain't recording 3 weeks. But they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some things that help. And also just understand like your strengths and weaknesses. Like if you know you somebody that like gets overwhelmed, embrace it. Like don't run away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I embrace my weaknesses. So like I'm not really good at like structure and like organization and shit. So I got a team that helped me with it, right? I don't run away from him. Like, you know what? This is what I'm bad at. I'm gonna fix it. So if you know, like, sometimes you get overwhelmed, be like, I'm gonna record mad episodes. So in the moment I get overwhelmed, at least the people don't know I felt bad. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll help, bro. But don't be too hard on yourself. You feel me? Like, because I feel like you're doing great too. Like, your platform. It's funny because, like, this is our first time meeting in person, but I feel like I watched it grow. It's weird. I feel like
facts, yeah.
I feel like I'm an uncle in this motherfucker. Like I feel like I feel like I watched it grow for real. Like I remember like when I first saw it or whatever, to like where it was and like where it's at now. Like, bro, you done mad viral clips on mad different media blogs and shit like that. Like, man, this shit came a long way. So like,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Like, don't.
So do you ever have episodes that you don't post? You like, I don't like this. That's my problem. I ain't gonna lie. I record some shit, and I be feeling like if I walk away from an interview and I don't remember what the we just talked about, I be like, yeah, nah.
That's good. I'm trying to get to that point. I've
been like that since I started this.
Good though. That's good, bro.
But then I be dealing with bullshit. Like right now, like, well, you probably ain't gonna find it. But like you type in like the After Zarty on YouTube, it's like 2 girls that have made videos like, oh, I came on his show. He didn't post our episode, blah, blah, like as if it was like some horrible fucking experience. It's like, girl, you were just born in like,
yeah,
there was nothing
that's good, bro.
You.
That says a lot about like, bro, that says a lot about your integrity to the work. Like me, I want to get there. Like it's been episodes that I didn't post because of like rarely, like I said, bro, I got like over 1,000 videos. So like it was one episode I didn't post because I feel like I was too I got lit and I was just like ignorant. Everybody liked it. It's just I just ain't like how I came off.
It be like that sometimes too.
Yeah, that was one. But it wasn't a lot. But it be times where it's a lot of interviews that I posted that I didn't want to. Like I hate it. Like, but for the sake of like the growth of the platform, I put it out there. Like, but nah, there's a lot of interviews I hated, but I posted.
Well, it's crazy. I feel like it's a push and pull we both saying. So it's like I'm trying to get with you ever. It's like, okay, like, nah, keep pushing. Because some people be like, well, you don't never know who wants to see that one episode. But it's like, but I just know this one episode is truly not what I want out. Like, it's just good, like, bro. I'm editing it bored as
That's intention though. That's good, bro. Like that, I'm trying to tell you, like, even though I might not do it, but I'm saying that what you do is admirable because I want to get to that point. I'm at a point where, and I'm just being completely honest and vulnerable, I'm at a point where I feel like, I don't want to say I need it, but it's almost in a sense where it's like, man, I let my urge for the numbers and the growth of the platform outweigh the value sometimes, and that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm trying to get to the point where I'm doing like quality over quantity.
Yeah, no, that's what you're doing.
All that every week I be like, oh, we here like no, it's just like last week I can like really I did the episode I told you I did skyrocketed, right? I didn't post last week because I felt like truly, all right, like we just did this type of episode. I see what this audience resonated with. What I have in the vault does not match that. Does not. It's gonna give like it's gonna make all them people I just gained all them new followers. If I post that next, they're about to leave again.
Bro, that's intention though. That's good. That's a really good place.
Like every episode I recorded like what 2 yesterday. Got yours for sure. So it's like, yeah, these episodes now in my head I know they're about to line up so nicely. Like, but I feel like my problem is still just like the bag. Like I feel bad sometimes because like I may see like it's been celebrities that it's like I'm not posting it. Like I can't. It's just because sometimes after a while it's like, damn, did I do? I don't never think I did bad with a bitch. So it's just like it just be like nah. Like some people just really just.
Now what I will say is, and I need to do a better job at this too. But since you there, right now, let's dive deeper into it. Right, like, all right, cool. You know, you're not posting no bad conversation. That's a great start. I might not be there yet, right? But that's all right. So if you know you're not going to post no bad conversation, how do you have insurance to not have a bad conversation? So now you got to vet these people more. Maybe have a conversation before the interview, right? Maybe have a conversation before you even invite them. Like, yo, let's chop it up. I just want to see how.
That's crazy saying that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see how the energy, like the synergy. Let's see if we can, you know what I'm saying? Just chop it up, get to know you. I want to get to know you real quick, da-da-da. And if you ain't feeling it, don't bring them on. But now you ensuring yourself that you don't waste an hour or 2 hours talking to somebody and don't post it, right? Because you know that you ain't posting something that's not good. And that's good. Like, I feel like you're at a great position. Like, you're in a great position. Like, it's been, like I said, bro, it's been interviews that I hated that I'm like, bro, I'm just posting.
Yeah, and I got friends that also like, I got one friend specifically, she love podcasts. That bitch sit and watch, what's his name? He the big nigga, academics. He watch academics. She watch academics all day. Calling her FaceTime, I hear in the back, I'm like, okay, cool. So when she watches my shit, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't give a her critique means a lot to me because just like, you like this. All my other friends, you watch this. So like, like, I don't even want to hear like, an episode was dropped. She said it should be like, like, and I don't think at first it took a lot of like pride of me to be like, man, at first I was like, she been good. Like, but it's like, nah, like I want that feedback because like, okay, at this point now it's like, that's like me going to A&R for music and saying I know this person. That's like me going to Jay-Z with my he like, hey, this song suck and I'm getting mad. Not saying she's Jay-Z, but she the closest to Jay-Z I got right now. So I just feel like right now, like, that's where I kind of like, and then you can also tell, like my friends could tell also like, I have to learn also about my energy. So that is another thing that can also fuck up some of the interviews I've done. Like I may have when I was going through my period, come here with bad attitude or come here like, first of all, I'm also shy. Like I don't really talk to people so I come sit right here. Like, I don't know, I'm really a shy person. So I feel like some people read into that too much. I try to save it with like little like 1-2s. I just feel like a lot of time I have to learn that my energy is very loud. So it's just like I'm trying to battle with that, try to like, I guess the question for you too, like when you don't feel like recording, like say like you booked it for this day and this time and you have to go, but it's like, damn, at this day, this time, I don't even feel like doing it.
Yeah.
How you deal with that? Cause it show with me sometimes, I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, yeah, I mean, shit, I'm a Gemini, so like, that's like, bad, man. Like, I talk with my face a lot and my energy is loud too. Like, I got the ability to like shift the entire room with like my presence. You know what I'm saying?
You think that's a gift or curse?
It's both. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes,
curse, bro.
Yeah, like sometimes I don't want that burden on my back. Like, bro, leave me alone. Like, I just came here to chill. Everybody looking at me like, yo, like, bro, come on, bro.
So are you like the leader friend all the time?
Like, yeah, like
oh, God.
I don't want to be. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. To whom much is given, much is required. But I say that to say, so like, yeah, bro, I get like that. But again, when I open up the show, it's funny because like I'm really like, I think I'm like an open book. Like, I open up the show, I say, yo, I'm everything you don't see on camera. Like, that's who I am, right? It's like, this is work. So it's been a lot of times where I don't want to record. But when you get on camera, you won't even tell.
Facts.
Like, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there'd be times where I'm really into a conversation and people think I'm bored. Like, no, I'm really into this, but it just is what it is. But nah, like, hell yeah, man. There's been times where I don't want to record, but like, man, this is work. Like, literally, like you said, you might not even want to, like you shy, you don't talk to people until you sit down. It's a character. You started to walk into this character and really like become this character. So like, yeah, there's been times where I don't want to record with somebody, but like, this is work for me. So it's like, you won't even, like, I'm just, let's get it. We outside, you feel me?
Have you ever dealt with like a situation where anybody has offended you on your own? Like, how do you swallow a conversation where like they about to say the opinion? Like, it's been people on my show that say some shit, be like, like, but I can't really just like.
Yeah, so offended me.
Not like offended. I ain't never really been offended, but it be on, like I said, it be on some.
Yeah, like yeah. I mean, it's one like my T.I. episode. That gave me a fucking headache, bro, because they was just being old. Just
yeah,
they was just being
barbershop.
old, bro. But for me, it's weird because like I knew it was gonna be good content.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, I was irritated, but it was like, this gonna be good. You get what I'm saying? Like, so like I rarely get like offended or only time I get irritated is when somebody don't want to talk. Like that's really it. But like when you say stuff to me, I love it. I encourage people, like if you don't like something I said, like say it because it's gonna make for a better content. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I really don't, not really, but people be saying little shit, but then I'm really just like, what's the word? Like I'm intuitive as right. So like I want to know. So like even if you feel away, I'm like, all right, why? So I can know. You know what I'm saying? So and if I feel like somebody got me wrong or don't got it twisted, I'll listen and I'm like, I mean, okay, that's how you feel, but I don't really feel that way. But nah, like I haven't really ran into that. But the T.I. that was probably one of the few. That shit was tough, bro. Like, cause they just was giving me hell. That shit was funny.
Nah, I feel like you ever got regret episodes? Like I feel like my biggest episodes today is like the one I did with my mom. Like and like I feel like nobody understand. This crazy you keep saying like I'm what you see off camera, like I'm more than what you see on camera, right? So basically I feel like I know in that situation to everybody, everyone feels so like, oh, this is so empowering that you post this with your mom, exposing all this whole time. I know that the day I posted the episode, I did it out of spite. She had pissed me off and I watch her cry about it. So like to this day, I know I watch her have people come up to her. The episode was that big where it's like I think she's at my cousin's something for marriage or baby. I don't know what it was. But like a girl on the other side of the family was like, you that mama that was just on that podcast at the event. That's embarrassing. So me knowing that like, basically, I had brought my brother and my mom on the podcast. It was a Mother's Day episode. I didn't have intention. I swear I don't think I walked in with intentions of doing that, but it was just like I couldn't hide how I really felt in that moment. Like I think I was finna go on the episode try to cap, but like be like, oh yeah, and it was like, nah, like long story short, I was just like, I don't like you. And I was I was like, I hate you. Like my brother started like vocalizing shit. I was like, yeah, like you're a terrible mother. Like I don't know why the fuck all that came out on that camera. And it's like, I wasn't gonna post it. We had agreed I wasn't gonna post it. It was like, okay, cool. And then on Mother's Day, the actual day of Mother's Day, she had pissed me off so fucking bad. I was like, all right, bet. And I was like, post
Why
it.
you say you hate her? What makes you hate her?
I just feel like at the time, I'm getting better understanding now, I think. But my dad was like very abusive. Like people getting built to like, nah, I'm getting my ass whooped. And like, I feel like she was just and I feel like it's like this one memory I have where like, I'm getting my ass whooped right outside her. Like, imagine closing that door, I'm getting my ass whooped in here. She's standing on the opposite door. I open the door. She like, what just happened to you? So it's just like, I feel like all that emotion, I feel like I told her on camera, everything I'm telling you I already said. So it's like, I feel like she was my bully. Like, I feel like, of course, I had to deal with the bullshit of being like how I am, shit like that. But like, shit, I feel like my biggest bully was my mama about that shit. Like, I don't even know if I am that. But it's like, damn, am I that? Because, you know, so it's just like a lot of shit I feel like. But I feel like the older I've got, it's like, since that, it's like, shit, I look at how her situation is with her mama and her siblings. Like, that's just how you show your love. Like, even now, like, she had came back to visit and I told her, I was like, you know, why you here this time? Like, I don't want to be on there with you. Like, it got to the point where, like, and then after the podcast, when I dropped, it got worse with us. Like, to the point where, like, you know, like, really, you could judge me, get on my you want to, but, like, I'm calling my mama a bitch. I'm like, fuck you. Like, I'm telling her that to her face. Like, to the point where it was, like, one day, I think I was on the phone with my friend. She walked around. I'm like, man, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, gone. So then, like, that's every time she come and visit. So then I feel like I got to the point where it's, like, as a man, I don't really like the fact that I'm calling my mama a bitch. Like, no matter how I feel, that just seems so, like, And then I started realizing that a lot of things I felt towards her, I would take it out, like, or I would have that. Even on the podcast, you kind of see, if you look at my other episodes, how I would have certain conversations with certain people. I had a connotation of black women in my head based off my mom. So I feel like a lot of times, like, my approach with people was always, even that kind of like, yeah, help the podcast, whatever. But it was like, I was always looking for like, oh, you're the typical black girl. So I'm a boom, 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 boom with this question. But it's like, okay, now at this big ass age, now that I like had a situation where like, I've been around other black women who like, different type of the girls, because the girls ain't got with these was hoes, all type of shit. So that's all I knew. Then I met other doing this shit. It's like, oh, these hoes like intellectuals. educated. It's like, oh, I'm not,
Yeah.
shit, my mama grew up in the hood. I'm used to hood rat. That's all I know. So now I just feel like that's what the whole, like, process. I have regret for that episode because, like, it's out. It's out. It's out. Like, I'm at family with, not even, like, my close family. Like, all the extra ass uncles you got.
Yeah.
That's, like, in front of everybody talking about something. Oh, yeah, I seen you talking to your mama crazy. This shit don't feel good. Like, and it's like, nigga, I don't even know you for real. Like, stop playing with me. Like, really and truly, like, yeah, that's my mama. I would So I feel like that's what I did was just, like, the grit of that shit and just kind of, like, the baggage I carried towards, like, all black women. I don't want to say that, but somebody called me out recently. That's why I feel like, damn, I have been doing that. They tried asking me that was like, when you think of a black woman, what you think of? And I answered it straight. I was like, boom, 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 boom. And it really was everything I would have described my mama. So that's what I'm working on currently.
Like, you at a time you would say like you don't even like women. Like, not even like.
But it's not that I didn't like women because I never dislike women. It's just like, really, believe it or not, I'm gonna, but it's like, the whole situation that happened, like when I say I fell off, that's my first time ever talking to a girl. I thought like all the time. I talked to a girl. I fell in love with a whole female. Dead. Like 2 years. And it's just like the year got like the last year.
Wait, so you went from liking guys to liking a girl?
Like I'm down bad about it.
That was
like tough. Still like that was my first time. Like
how the hell that happened?
Apparently, when I finally tell everybody, apparently I always been doing that. Like, I think I'm playing, I guess. I don't know. I think, like I said, go back to like when I said I got on shit, I feel like I never got a chance to. I'm answering the question. I feel like I never got a chance to explore if I like girls or not because I was always told I was gay as a kid.
Wait, what? I thought it would be the opposite way.
Nah, like I feel like because of my mannerisms, I do feel like men can be feminine, but because of my mannerisms, shit like that, I feel like, well, I ain't even finna try to talk to a girl. Like, I'm gay, I guess. Like,
you feel like it was forced on you?
I don't want to say forced. I don't know, but it's like, no, I hate saying forced because forced sound weird, but I do feel like I never attempted because I'm going to school. Well, school, that started childhood shit, so I got uncles and aunties, all that shit, just saying that shit, so it's like, all right, when I go to school, I am finna shut up. I'm not finna really just even try to like express myself. I'm not finna try to see if I like this girl. But there are memories prior to that where it's like, I did like this girl. I was trying to talk to this girl. I probably was a little different and shit like that, but I think after that, I just like honed more into like feminine energy than even trying to like be more masculine. So when I got with the girl, yeah, I had to learn how to, like, oh, like, I like being, like, I like the role of, I like this is cool. Like, I like everything about it. So then I do have right now, like, regret in my head because just like, man, so much shit with that situation. Or not that situation, just like my preference right now is just like, I got regret like a motherfucker. Like, I'm dealing with a whole bunch of shit with that.
You're trying to find yourself. I feel like, I mean, of course, on the internet, like, on the internet, you ain't gonna be able to find yourself. You ain't gonna be able to, like, come into whoever you are because, like, people always want to throw stones and hide their hands, right? Like, that's what they want to do. So, like, on the internet, it might seem like you can't have them conversations or be who you want to be. But in real life, like I said, man, you tap into the people that care for you. Like, bro, like, that's some real shit. And I might not be able to, like, relate, but I can understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a human. Like, we all human. You feel me? So, I like, even if it's not a sexual preference, I know where it's times where I thought I wanted something, but I didn't, right? Or feeling like I could be pushed towards a direction or in a direction that I didn't want to go to. A lot of people, like, they can't, again, I say a lot of people can't see past their nose because they only self-absorbed, right? And what I mean by that is like, bro, like, just because that might have been sexuality for you, right? Men and women, that don't mean that I can't understand and empathize with you. Like, a lot of times people try to only look for a small box and be like, nah, I never did that, or I can't relate. When it's like it's other places in your life where you might can relate. Just take it out. Like,
yeah, use it in your context.
Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say? So like, nah, bro, I get it. And I think man, just take your time. Especially don't get no validation off this motherfucking internet. But like, talk to your people. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's cool, bro. Like, I mean, I'm a real at the end of the day person. I'm a real man. I'm a real human being at the end of the day. So like, yeah, like, if that take time, bro, take time. Like, it is what it is. Like, fuck what these people think.
Nah,
flat out, like, these niggas ain't paying no more bills.
Nah, that's true what you said. Cause I feel like recently what happened was, so like when I kept saying I'm back, it was that like, I feel like the reason why this also worked was that I was always myself. I was 100% being myself on camera. I feel like when that shit started happening, it was like I'm suppressing conversations. I'm saying shit not wrong. I'm saying like, I'm really, and then it's like, I'm more mature now because I'm experiencing different shit from when I first started this podcast. Yeah, at the time, I use it as a joke away, but it's the truth. At the time when I first started the podcast, yeah, I'm home. I'm outside. I'm doing everything I want to do. So yeah, the energy on this podcast is very like boom, boom. What's up? Now it's like like okay, yeah. At that time I'm saying fuck love. This time like I think I really do love. Like I know that now. So it's like trying to also learn to like grow into a different person. I feel like a lot of times when I did lose like the attention, I guess I don't know the right word for it, but like the attention like that I think became because like while the viewers were growing, I never grew. Even though like I know who my viewers are. I know like, and I look at when I say the viewers, I don't know who the randoms are, but I know who the local people is. I can still like not say I can still remember, like who I know was there. And I look at them now, yeah, y'all not even where the y'all was. And I know I'm not there no more, but I'm still here trying to use the same formula for the I've grown.
So you feel like when you say getting back to, do you feel like the show fell off a little bit or?
And that's why I feel like I kept saying it, but it's like, nah, because every time you came back, it was okay. But it's like, I think a lot of times I did was, I never really took accountability fully just saying that it's you, period. Okay. It wasn't your team. I ain't gonna lie. It is what it is. I love everybody that helps. I done had so many motherfuckers try to be on my team, but I legit had 2 people starting the same day. I had a closest friend who was on my show, and she had whispered in my ear. She was like, hey, you gotta chill out because everybody don't know you like I do. I have a weird energy. It's like, when I'm in work mode, I don't know my energy, but I can be or like mean when it's really about I'm just stressed out or I'm just having a bad day. So like I just get aggravated first. I don't like communicating all the way properly at the time. Now it's like I feel like I went through a lot of people where like even when I had a solid team, just being transparent, like the girl I'm talking about was on my team. She's my camera person. So like I'm going through stress. I'm depressed about this person, but you also sitting in the studio watching me say shit. I can't no longer say what I want to say on this because shit, it's been times where shit, I'm looking at your face. You done turned your whole energy. I'm probably playing with it, just doing my job. Like, oh, you fine as girl? Whole time, nah, no, like, God. Like, so I think a lot of things what happened was like, in no aspect, real life or this, I could ever be expressive or like kind of figure some shit out. I never was able to. Now I'm alone and I'm fully alone for real. No get back, no contact. I'm good at that, y'all. But like, yeah, I'm growing now. I'm able to look at my podcast and see like, hey, nigga, like, now that you've grown, now that you accepted your growth, how do you present this now to people? So I did do a revamp. Shit looks different. My episodes will look different. I used to have the chairs lined up. Now I got the couch in here. It's like, let's just do some feng shui is big. I didn't know that shit really mattered. I'm with the feng shui here. I sage this. I know sage is probably not the strongest shit, but I use sage for mindset, just energy shit, whatever. But I've just got myself to the point where it's like, I didn't fall in love with this shit like I thought. I thought I did. I just think more so like, I just lost myself, period. Like, and I think it just showed in everything I was doing. Like, when I tell you, like, real life was building up on me, like, real life. Like, I'm not even addressing real life all the time. Like, I know, like, some real life you need to deal with. I'm just rather be focused on, like, what this doing? What this got going on? Like, what's going on? So, like, once I walked away from that shit, I'm able to hone in on myself. And I just feel like God bless, like, just instantly was like, hey, we got you.
Nah, man, I think what you got going on is good. And the fact that you can be able to do this shit by yourself, bro, a lot of people overlook that. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, I know shit get hard, but just don't stop this. You feel me? Like, shit get hard no matter what nobody say, no matter who you like, bro. Like, one thing about the dude I interview, Big Sexy, right? I really fuck with yo because like he's like him, right? So like again, and it's funny that I'm having this conversation because like 15 years ago, I wouldn't be able to like express my like or my care for a gay man, if that makes sense, right?
I got you.
Because like where I'm from, that shit is we can't even see that. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that I can even like talk about it now, it just shows the growth. And I say that to say like, I love how Big Sexy is because he's himself, no matter you like it or not. And I feel like it's something about him. If everybody in the world could be like that, the world would be a better place. So many people be worried about what the fuck somebody else think that they cannot be themselves. And that's how a lot of things happen in the world. That's how a lot of like just up situations, niggas get killed because they want to prove to somebody else that they are who they want to be perceived as. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Nah, just be who you want to be. And like, and that's why I brought up Big Sexy. Like, that's one person that like, no matter black, white, yellow, green, pink, straight, gay, whatever, he's himself. And like, we all need to be like that. You feel me? So like, just saying with you, like, even with me, I'm still growing. Like, bro, whoever you want to be, bro, be you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? I mean, you notice like, what are these people thinking? Like, for sure, like.
My last thing I want to touch on is like I was on the way here. I realized so like I'm getting to like listen to people podcasts again. I'm trying to get back into that. I got back into church and shit like that. There's a whole bunch of shit. I'm just getting back into like the basics. I have learned that too. So I feel like a lot of times people do like process of like healing or whatever. Like it starts with like new journeys. I had to take a lot of steps back and start from where I fucked up at. So like I realized like when I remember what I did when I made that jump of like, okay, you finna start fucking up. So I went back to like, all right, like I kept trying to like start from where I'm already fucking up and do some new shit where it's like, no, let's just take those steps back because like where I wasn't wrong. Where I was going from that point, I just went through the wrong door. It was 2 doors, I went through the wrong door. Let's go back to them doors and go through the other door.
Right.
So like now in my life, I feel like I've taken those necessary steps to like come back to where I needed to be. I've planted my feet where I need to be, and that's why I feel like things have flourished. But I feel like today this lady was talking, and it kind of relates to like the mom situation where like the lady on the podcast, it was a Be Simone podcast.
Okay.
The lady on the podcast, she was like, she said something about like what she had repeated what her mom had told her. It was some fucked up shit her mom had told her, right? And like B had asked her, she was like, you know, like, how did you get to the point where you're able to say that about your mom and like, you know, you don't feel like you're attacking her, et cetera, et cetera. And she had basically said something about like, if you tell your story, basically like you're not helping everybody. Like your success is basically tied to everybody else. And I feel like even my situation, I've had 3 people like around me who's helped me since day one this podcast. And I have to also take into account that like when I'm doing this slacking off, come on now, nigga, you wasting their time. I don't pay them.
Yeah.
So it's like they just volunteering doing this shit on their own free time. It's like you wasting their time. I also feel like when I do speak my truth, I feel like all the watered down, the whole year, the watered down episodes where it's no like, I'm out here saying slick shit, but the whole time, like, one, now at this point, I'm lying. Like, I'm telling y'all, yeah, like, whole time, one, it's like, I'm saying I love my not even a like, I hated that shit. I hated a live show for somebody. It was like, gays in the audience who I know they know who I am from like that, and it's like, and in the that too, and it's like, I'm on the stage, I keep saying female filming, but then I feel guilt because it's like, I don't want y'all to ever think I'm trying to do that. Like, act like I wasn't, like, I'm not a gay. But it's like, that's not my story right now. So I feel like I also start watering down my story to please people who I think needed to be pleased, which I feel like I want to be able to say my story and kind of like not stop like taking parts out of it because then it starts like not making sense. Like,
bro, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Your story is a superpower, bro. Like that's like one thing about my come up that I love, and maybe everybody, I feel like the people that know me understand this, but the people who don't really know me but just see me don't really understand this. And I'm gonna say this. The most powerful part about my story is that everybody see it. I love that. Like I know it might sound crazy, but like I really am what you see. Like I get like chills thinking about it. Like I am who you see. Like literally, like my podcast, I started doing this. No viewers, no followers. I was just looking at my Instagram like, yeah, I got 72,000. It's not the most, but bro, I remember when I had 6,000 followers. I remember when I had 2,000 followers. I remember when I used to follow. I really came up. I ain't coming to this no celebrity. Like I am exactly who I say I am. I am who I present myself to be. Right. I say that to say like, and I'm not scared of it. I'm not afraid of it. Like your story is your superpower. Everything you go through because there's somebody out there who can't tell it, and you can. You get what I'm saying? Like, the fact that you could come up here and say, bro, like, I don't know, like, whatever your story is, bro, like, that's your superpower. And I feel like the moment you suppress your story, you do a disservice to the people that you're talking to, right? Like, because like, our purpose, and not to get, like, too spiritual, but it is what it is, right? Our real purpose in this world is to tell somebody else about God so they can make it to the kingdom of heaven, right? But even if you want to take it further than that, or let's say dumb it down and not be so religious with it, I feel like our purpose on this earth is for somebody not to go through what we went through.
yeah.
And the moment you suppress your story, you allowing somebody else to go through some that you went through, and that's the biggest form of a hater. To have information and withhold it from somebody. That's the biggest form of hating, right? So like unconsciously, if you have a story and you don't put it out there, you're hating on the next person because they're gonna essentially do the same thing that you did, go through the same mistake that you did, and that shit is disgusting. I'm just sorry, I'm not trying to say it for you. I'm just saying like anybody, you know what I'm saying? So like embrace your story, and it might be hard, right? Because this again, maybe embracing your story isn't telling it to the cameras first. Forget these people, with all due respect. But maybe it's just telling your close friend. Maybe then it's telling somebody else of a close friend, and then easing it on camera. You don't have to, bro. We're not tied to cameras. We're not tied to people, bro. Like we don't owe them nothing. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you getting closer to whatever breakthrough it is. It's just you talking to your friend about it, being vulnerable with your friend. Maybe you've been vulnerable with your mom. Maybe you've been vulnerable with your pops if you're still here. Like whatever. Like, and then gradually bring it on camera. You don't but again, even if you never bring it on camera, we don't owe these nothing. You know what I'm saying? But like your story, bro, I do believe that that's our biggest superpower. And I like going back to what I was saying about myself, not to like stay there, but like I feel like I am super open with my story. Like when things going on, I tell people like, yo, like look, I've been through this because it's going to give somebody hope. Like, bro, like I was telling my friend, like one of my mentors, I'm like, I want it all. I'm not okay with just being successful because I want somebody to come up from the projects, McCullough Homes, Baltimore, wherever you might be, and you could be like, yo, like, man, I don't have nothing, man. But that nigga Jay ain't had nothing. And he did it too. You feel me? Like a lot of times we see, man, it be like people get things for that family, but like heritage passed down. Now I'm not no celebrity. I came through the mud.
Yeah.
And that's my motivation to show somebody, be like, yo, yeah, he came through the mud and got it. I can do the same thing. You feel me? Like even like my dog over here, he ain't even understand. I don't even think he understood how much of a bit, like we had like a whole like back and forth about like this being work. Cause I don't think he understood like this is work. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't until you introduce it to them. And I really want to show the world, like not even the world, forget the world. I want to show those kids that come from like poverty, like underserved communities, you know what I'm saying? Like that, bro, like, nah, it's really hope in this. You know what I'm saying? Like you really could do this shit. Like that's my why. You feel me? Like, bro, and listen, man. Don't ever not tell your story, man. Forget these, bro, for real. They're gonna judge you regardless. Fuck.
So yeah, I think that's just like my journey right now. I ain't gonna lie, that's what I mean. Like you been in Houston was random as because I knew like I said in Atlanta, like now transparent, like yeah, I was going through some mental. It was like really and truly, it's like I know if I interview, bro, like I ain't finna like because you are one of the people. Okay, I want to interview this. I want to talk to this. So it's like I ain't even finna do right. I ain't gonna lie, you and Big Six are both people. When I went to Atlanta, I was like, nah, don't worry about it. Like I not in the right headspace for that. Went to Atlanta, I did hella episodes, never posted none of them. Just cause like it got to the point, bro, I couldn't even like look at myself on that motherfucker. Cause I just know like you so damn fraudulent right now. Like you ain't being yourself, but you're not doing this how you would do this for real. Like you just here. And like I look at like the time I had like started fucking with that situation, I went to LA. And like out of nowhere I got depressed as fucking LA. Like I was on tour and I interviewed Jayla from Baddies. I don't know what I'm talking about with the bald head. But yeah, Jayla from Baddies, and like Jayla at the time, like she was very like into her, but she still is, but she was very, very spiritual at the time. So like she was somebody who I know I want to interview. Last minute, random as didn't know she lived in LA. She pulled up right for to leave the Airbnb and shit like where I was filming it. And like no, really, like I broke down in front of that girl, and it was just like, and like keep in mind, like I said, spiritual as fuck. I already knew kind of like, which I shouldn't even like. I know my spirit was shaking right now, girl. Like I don't need to be around you for real, cause like I'm about to like lose my. This trip has showed me like I'm depressed as fuck. Like. This situation I knew, and this was what, almost a year and a half ago, I knew that right there in that moment, I didn't listen to God. I knew at that moment, this situation I'm fucking with is about to bring me down. I kept going for a year and a half with it. So much shit has happened bad. Like, not bad, but like I've learned so much since then, where it's just like, now I'm learning now it's like in my life to like trust myself, go with my first move, and also like listen to what I be praying for. I feel like a lot of times like God showed me so many times where like get out of that, gave me ways to get out of that shit. And he waited to like I think he took a lot of shit or put a lot of shit on pause where it's like, you gotta listen to bro after a while. Like, you gotta like, he ain't playing. Like, sometimes you just gotta like, hey, all right.
If you don't listen, he gonna, I bet, cool.
Yeah, he gonna put your ass in between the washing and drying. Guys. So I just feel like I've learned my lesson with this whole thing, which is like, again, nothing, like I hear what you're saying. I don't do none of this shit to prove to none of these people on this fucking camera. I ain't gonna lie. Not y'all, but y'all sometimes. But like, okay. I just want to be able to say, like, I took the steps you said, like, talk to my mom, talk to my dad, talk to my friends. I've done all that. I did the whole, like, it's a video. It ain't hit y'all. I hope not. I do shrooms when I need to, like, check in with my mental. So after the little situation that happened, I finally cut ties with I had did shrooms. I went to my partner pool. I was like, I had this I have 3 locations in Houston where I turn my location off or, like, if it is on, I get away from everybody so I could turn my phone off while I did shrooms, went to his pool. There's a video now where somebody recorded me in the pool. I was boohoo crying, like, boohoo fuck. I'm on shrooms though. Boohoo fucking crying, but so much shit was going to my head, like, you know, that shit be hitting you. And I feel like after that, like, I felt kind of like, it was that day, like, it's like I needed that to be by myself. One, I don't know how to be by myself. At that time, I didn't. Now it's like, I'm back in the house. I'm okay. Like, I go outside, like, I went outside, like, I don't even want to go outside no more. Like, I don't care to do that shit no more. Like, I hate it. So I just feel like, but I used to be like that too. I just feel like now it's like, I'm more into my mental to the point where I can listen to like I need to do. And I feel like since I've started listening to myself and doing what I know I need to do, I've been had like, now I do like this thing called Drunk Spelling Bee. I do like the Pass The Aux thing. I have the podcast going. Those are all ideas I had a year ago. But because I was like suppressing a lot of shit, I wasn't doing it. Now I'm okay. Everything's flowing. Everything's like, when I say everything's flowing, it's just like, so I think like we can both do it, but I think like I'm actually like, if you had to like tell somebody that's watching this shit who probably like look up to you that do this, look up to doing podcasts and look up to anything that you do, even just outside of podcasting, because I ain't gonna lie, nigga, I be seeing your little Nike Run app. I be like, hey, let me get my ass in the motherfucking gym too.
Yeah.
So I just like, what is your like motto or moral or standpoint that you take to make you keep going like every single day? Because a lot of people, believe it or not, in our generation, I feel like 2 years ago, yeah, everybody was up. Everybody said a little bit of COVID money, shit like that. Everybody mental in Houston.
No, yeah,
I don't know how like this for everybody else. Everybody fried as fuck right now. Yeah, and I was like, my problem was like, okay, y'all, I'm tired of acting like I'm fried too.
Yeah.
And I feel like me, I was able to like acknowledge to say, yeah, I'm fried too, but I'm about to like, even now, like when I have random people ask me like, how your podcast going? And this what happened too. What made me realize I didn't get my shit together. I was somewhere and Rayleigh, who's been on my show, he had walked in, he asked me, we was talking, I know he was like, you still do your podcast? Hustle, I know I do. But it's like, oh, that question hit me in my chest. I'm walking around, this who I know, like, met him like on some party. He doing his job. He like, hey, bro, you still do your podcast? That hit me in my chest. It's like, okay, that question starting to hit me in my chest because, like, hold on now. Like, y'all live here, so y'all know I do my shit. Like, what the fuck? So I think, like, that was my wake-up call to, like, hey, man, like, hey, you got to get your shit together. And I ain't gonna lie, it took some months after that. It wasn't like an immediate, like, I got my shit together. But it's like, in the back of my head, I know now, like, I don't like that question. Like, that question right there, the one that made me be like, y'all got me like,
facts.
Like, hold on, let me show you real quick.
Yeah, no.
So like, yo, what's your like little motivation to give people like, yo, strive that you do?
I think just outside, I'm not gonna keep saying consistency, but I think understanding that everything is gonna sound crazy. Everything is just like everything else. And what I mean by that is like, bro, just how the world revolves, life revolves. Like, so for example, if it rained, more than likely, not too long after what? After rain, the sun comes. That's just life. But that's everything else as well. So like it'd be times where we're mentally going through it. But you have to understand, just like life, just like the universe, that our bodies move the same. The work move the same. So like it might be a down spot where you're not getting no views, you're not getting no guests that you want. But just like when it rains, after that, if you keep going, the sun comes up. All you got to do is to continue to go to be able to see the sun. What happened is people allow their emotions to get the best of them, and when things go left, they do something to make it go all the way left, right? Instead of doing something to make it go right, right? So understanding that, yo, when things aren't going my way, I'm going to continue to do my job until I'm able to see things go back my way. Thanks. It's like, it's funny because I was telling some people about how like when I became like, or when I was becoming a member of my organization, right? Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, right? When I was going through the process, for me, the hardest part of the process was when it started to get dark, because I didn't want to go, literally, right? So I would tell anybody, like, if it's organization stuff, if it's school, if it's work, is whatever, just keep showing up. Like, literally, just keep showing up, because the hardest part is just coming back. But the moment you get there, we good, because you know everything is coming and you're gonna be good. The night gonna be over sooner than later, right? The hardest part is just going back the next day. But once you get there, you good. Just know that it gotta come to an end. But that's everything. The hard times gotta come to an end. The down spells gotta come to an end. The tears gotta come to an end. But what happened is, it's like, you know how they say when it, not the, I ain't trying to preach, but I'm like I love it. It's like when they say when it rains, it pours, right? We understand that. So when it get the raining and it get the pouring, just understand that on the other side is pouring, the sun is coming out, right? And another thing is understand not allowing the hard times to make more hard times. So think about it, you come in here, let's say you set up this and one of your lights not working. And I say this all the time, right? And instead of focusing on that one light not working, focus on making it a better interview for as quality of the conversation. Because the moment you allow your attention to only focus on the light, now you got a light not working and the conversation not good. Matter of fact, let's go like this for people understand that might not do podcasts. Let's say you leave the house, you forget your wallet, right? So now you're frustrated because you forgot your wallet. So now you might, because you're running late or Now you got to come back to go get your wallet. Now you about to run late for work. So now you want to rush back home to go get your wallet, right? So you can have whatever you need to go back to work. Now you speeding. Now you get pulled over by a cop because you're speeding. It spirals.
Yeah.
But if you can keep your wits about you, right? Just understand that, like, you know what? This happened. I'm going to stay calm. If I got to go back and get my wallet, I'm going to go back. I'm going to drive. And if I got to be late, I'm going to be late. It just is what it is.
Yeah, so to piggyback off that, I learned recently, right? I did a lot of negative self-talk, right? Like a lot of times, used to be a negative ass, probably like a month ago, I was depressed. But I always look at it from like, what can happen bad with this shit? Like, oh, it can't be this. And recently, I just be positive. Like, even when I know shit's kind of off, even just to myself, like, all right, come on now. Like it just be like, I don't know if it's right. I hate to keep bringing that shit up, but it is. That was a big monumental chapter in my motherfucking life. That was. So it's like, yeah, like, I don't know. It's because I was in that situation. So now I'm out of that situation. It's like, no, you can't get, you was just feeling like that. So I know, like, I don't feel like that right now. To you, I can really say that. Like, I think I do not feel like how I really was feeling. Even me interviewing you, being here on a Sunday, like, I ain't f***ed up about it. In reality, probably like 4 months ago, I would just be f***ed up about like, nah, I ain't gonna do that shit. Like, I'm stressed out. This bitch tripping. Like, so now if I do positive self-talk and like, it could be minor shit. When you really do speak positivity over shit, that shit really helps. Like, and like how you saying, like, keep your wits about shit. Like, yeah, I probably was one of the people that would like, something go left, I'm spiraling with it. Like, I'm be like, it
a lot of people do. We do a lot of that because it's easy, bro. You get frustrated. I think we call it
a crash out now. Well, yeah. I would say I was a crash out. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, it's easy though because once things go wrong, you get frustrated. Like, man, f*** all this. Like, like, man, f*** all this. Like, but like, it takes a powerful person to be able to stand in the middle of chaos and be calm. Right? Like, that takes a special person. And I'm not saying this as if I don't struggle with it. I still struggle with it to this day. Like, just yesterday, I almost f***ed out for some dumb shit. But it's just like, I'm just saying, like, when you can manage it. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at it like this, incremental steps. If you can manage it more than you don't, then you get better. You get better by the day. If you can manage it more today than you did yesterday, you get better. You got better as a person by the day. So like, it ain't about being perfect, but it's about getting closer to perfect as you can. Yeah, for real. It is what it is.
All right, well, I want to thank you for coming to the After Zarty podcast. I'm happy we finally got to do the interview. It's past due for shit show. Yeah, you enjoyed your experience, man?
Yeah, no, that shit was cool, bro. I appreciate it, dog. I think, man, I really, I hope you, like, get back to it, bro. Man, because, like, I don't want you to, I know you say you're over it and shit, but like, I don't know, I like your podcast, bro, and I think we need more people like you that could just bring something different to the game, you know what I'm saying? And, like, man, don't allow this to make you overthink either, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, don't overthink it. Because, like, a lot of the things you was doing did work, you feel me? So, even if you got to revamp it, just don't overthink it. Because your people like that too, you know what I'm saying?
For sure,
like, I definitely appreciate you for having me, though, bro, for real.
Appreciate y'all. All right, what's your Instagram name so I can follow you and tap in with you?
You can follow me at Mr_J Hill. Mr. J Hill, every damn platform. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I don't know, TikTok, all that. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming to the After Zarty podcast. Make sure y'all join the space community and shit like that. I'm gonna start going live on space too. I figured out how to set that up, y'all. So y'all can start getting stuff unedited, uncut, raw. So yeah, tap in with the community. They be talking their little shit in there and shit like that. It be fun. They miss it. So just be prepared for that. So if you ain't ready to laugh, baby, don't join that. And then you guys can text me as well. Give me questions and advice. And like that, I'm going to start answering y'all questions. I know I got hella voicemails and hella questions to answer. I'm going to get to them real soon, y'all. I'm getting back to the groove of this. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tap in with y'all. But I appreciate y'all always. And we finna turn it up. And we got like, 5 months left of this year? Or 3, I don't know. But yeah, we got a few months left. So we're going to see where by December. And we're going to rock out. Bye, y'all. Good night.
On the way to the party, excuse us for the tardy. Had to pick up a Mari and cop some Bacardi. Bartenders pour some shots, so I'm starting to get high. You ain't the 5-ish, I think not. You can't stand in this spot. Oh, out to the DJ. This a song you finna play. Let me grab that mic. Oh, I'm feeling right. Ain't no worries, ain't no stress tonight. We a little drunk, so be polite. Staring at me, oh, what a light. I guess you got some stage fright. So DJ, turn these lights on loud. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. We gon' go all night, we gon' go all night. Don't care we do it right, who cares we do flow. And you feeling yourself, you trying to let me know what you all about. Trying to figure me out. Talking about you on the 19 at 69. The club closed at 2. Ain't leaving my friends for you. What you really trying to do? I'm not really good at taboo. Dancing for too long. It's spots like ping pong. So before the night ain't wrong, better make a move on this song. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. We gon' go all night. We gon' go all night. Don't care we do it right. Who cares we do it right? We gon' live our life. We gon' live our life. Ain't no sleeves tonight. Ain't no sleeves tonight. We gon' go all night. We gon' go all night. Don't care we do it right. Who cares we do it right? We gon' live our life. We gon' live our life. Ain't no sleeves tonight. Ain't no sleeves tonight.